Hari Bol and Hari Krishna to all my brothers and my sisters. Welcome back to Astro Motivation. Today we're going to be talking about the total lunar eclipse on March 30th. This blood moon is definitely going to be changing your life. Let's see how it's going to be affecting us.
Shri Krishna
On March 3rd, we're going to be having a blood moon, which will be the closing cycle of the eclipse portal. We'd love to hear from you guys how this eclipse portal has been going on for you. And let me introduce myself really quick. My name is Vino Dinidasi. I am a Vedic astrologer, author, and practitioner of the ancient Vedic arts. So if you are into Vedic astrology, ancient knowledge, and Vedic astrology, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you never miss any of the nectar. So guys, we are now stepping into closing the first eclipse portal of 2026 with the total lunar eclipse, which is going to be like a intense blood moon on March 30th. This is going to be seen in different parts of the world, mainly through these parts of the world. So take note, because wherever the total lunar eclipse is going to be, that is when we're going to be having the most intense energy happening. And also we want to know the times of this lunar eclipse, which is at these different times. These times are going to be specifically important because during the eclipse, we want to do certain things that are not going to be affecting us. Total lunar eclipses or any type of eclipse are actually very inauspicious in Vedic philosophy, because it is when the sun and the moon are being eaten by Rahu and Ketu. Therefore, this is when the mind and the soul are going through a massive karmic transformation. Rahu and Ketu are two shadow planets, and when they come together, this is why they create either the blood moon or the solar eclipse. So when this happens, our minds, especially during this lunar eclipse, is going to be going through a lot of intense shifts. And you could already been feeling this because before the eclipse closes and afterwards, we're still feeling these energies. Total lunar eclipses happen when we have a full moon. And this full moon is conjunct Ketu, which is about closures and releasings and endings. Along with the full moon is also about endings, closures, and it's about coming to a full circle in a situation. So during this time, we may be seeing a lot of endings, a lot of closures. Life here wants us to kind of conclude something in our lives that is no longer working for us. We have outgrown it. We have finished that cycle and we are ready for something better to come into our lives. So lunar eclipses are definitely going to be powerful and intense, and it's definitely going to be felt for all of us. Now, this lunar eclipse will be happening in the Nakshatra of Purva Phalguni. And Purva Phalguni is the 11th Nakshatra, and it's called the former red one. Purva Phalguni is very, very amazing nakshatra that it's right in the heart of Leo and is represented by a bed or by a hammock. And this is pretty much when the king just finished doing all its royalty work. Now it's going to go into relaxation. And so what does a king do when they are relaxing? They have entertainment, they have banquets, they have feasts, they have dancers, they have all this creative energy to entertain them. And so Purva Phalguni has a lot of those qualities. It has the qualities of creation, of enjoyment, of sexual pleasure, of relaxation, of generosity, of laziness and charisma. This is a star of fortune. This is when royalty can relax. It has the ability to procreate, and the main symbol of it is the Shiva Lingam. The Shiva Lingam you can see is right here, and the Shiva Lingam, lingam is the genitalia of a male in Sanskrit, and so lingam, Shiva Lingam is a very important aspect here, which is this feature that you're seeing here. And as you can see, there's like a phallic form along with a form around it, and this form around it is like the yoni. So it's the combination of the lingam and the yoni that created all material reality. So this energy of Purva Phalguni actually has a lot of sexual energy, creative energy not just to create babies, but also for creating any sort of creative project or anything that requires that ability to create. So we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of shifts happening in the entertainment industry. We're also going to be seeing a lot of shifts happening in celebrities and fame. And also our love and relationships are going to be going through a lot of transformations as well. There could be some sudden breakups for some of you, or there could be some ego battles in partnerships, or finally getting the clarity about what truly is valuable to you. Also, the feminine power is having a reset at this time because Venus is the ruler of this nakshatra. And so women reclaiming their dignity is going to be something very powerful. The ending of performative femininity. Beauty industries are going to be having some transformations at this time. And so all Venusian things are also going to be having some massive endings to it. Along with creative identity crisis, we're going to start asking ourselves, what am I creating and why am I creating it? Also, who am I trying to impress? Am I doing this to get likes? Am I doing this for everybody else? Or am I doing this because it is innately something that I want to create and give to the world? Do I love really what I do? And this is very interesting because it is also correlated with the eclipse in Aquarius and along with the Mercury retrograde that is happening in Aquarius right now, that is making us question about the world, the technological advancements in the world, AI, and how has that truly affected our ability to create. And as human beings, one of our wonderful qualities that we have, and one of the things that brings a lot of happiness to the human being, is to be able to create. A human being cannot just consume and consume and consume and consume. Even though consuming can feel like, oh, that's the ultimate goal of life. You know, I make money so that I can consume. I do all these things so that I can, consume nice food or consume nice content, or if I can just lay around all day and get paid to consume. But in reality, we have seen that consumption without having any sort of reward, or a consumption that is just happening mindlessly, can actually become into some brain rotting, or it can become something that it degrades humanity. Like, for example, let's say somebody who's addicted to pornography. They can consume pornography every single day, and this eventually is going to deplete them. This eventually is going to take away their life force. This eventually is going to, backstab you. Even if it's like a chocolate cake. You may love chocolate cake, but if you eat chocolate cake 24/7 all day, every single day, and consuming, eventually the chocolate cake is not going to taste that good. So we human beings have a threshold with consumption. There's just so much that we can consume until we start getting sick. And so what is that thing that we can do that never becomes old? And that is having the ability to create. We created a table, we created a project, we created a baby, we created a creative expression. Our creativity, that is endless. If you want to become a painter, you can paint millions of paintings. If you want to become a writer, you can write as much as you want. Your art is never going to be like, please, enough. I can't handle it anymore. And so Purva Phalguni is about that. It's about coming back to what gives us truly pleasure in life. What is beautiful in our lives? How am I enjoying my romance? And am I really enjoying romance in the right ways? How is art, where is art going? And is art becoming joyful, or is it pleasurable, or is it just commercialized? Sexual magnetism is also going to be something important. It's like, what are we attracted to? Are we attracted to just a body that most probably may change once we get old and wrinkly? Or are we getting attracted to the soul that lives within that person? Also, how do we take our relaxation? Are we overly relaxing? Are we overly being lazy, overly laying around, overly, just being in the sloth energy? And our creative fertility, our social charm, our popularity. Why do we want to be popular? Why do we do what we do? So this nakshatra is really going to be affecting influencers, performers, artists. It's going to affect social media. So those who want to be adored, they're going to also have like a transformation here. So Purva Phalguni in this nakshatra, in this lunar eclipse, is definitely going to be bringing us massive questions in our lives about our creative potential and how are we using or misusing it or not, or just wasting it, and how it is that we can create happiness in our lives with pleasure that is more innocent, not pleasure that is more harmful for ourselves. So very powerful energies here. And just to pull really quick the aspects of this eclipse before we get into the horoscopes, we can see here how the planets are also going to be in alignment. So during this eclipse, you can see that Rahu and Ketu have to be opposite from each other, just so that you guys can see Ketu a little bit better. They're going to be opposite from each other. So here the moon is coming together with Ketu, and the sun and the moon are opposite from each other, which makes a full moon. So this is a very intense lunar eclipse, because with Ketu is really going to burn away what no longer is serving us. Ketu is like a super intense purificational fire, more intense than Mars, more intense than Pluto. It is that incredibly, is like lava that whatever you put in it is just going to disintegrate. So Ketu here is going to help us to transmute all these energies, renounce what needs to be renounced, and be able to step into something that is healthier for all of us, collectively and individually, especially in the Leo part of our charts. While at the same time, this lunar eclipse is being aspected by all the energy that's going on in the Aquarius section. Sun, Mars, Mercury, Venus are all in Aquarius aspecting this lunar eclipse. The Venus, which is ruling the nakshatra of Purva Phalguni, is aspecting it too, and is being aspected by these other planets. So this is really going to get to the core of our desires, core of what we truly desire in our heart. And this is the moment to truly ask ourselves, why do I desire what I want to desire? Am I desiring it because I saw it on Instagram and you know, I want to be like that person? Am I desiring because I just want power and money? Am I desiring it because I want to prove myself to be worthy? Why are we desiring what we desire? And the desires that we have, are they actually going to be beneficial for our lives? Or are they going to trap us into something that is going to be more terrible for us? So lots of intensity. And as we understand the power of our creative potential and our self-expression, our intelligence, then naturally that is also going to enhance our ability to be more authentic with ourselves. What makes us authentic is our creative potential. What makes us authentic is our own uniqueness. So again, we always have to remember, what is this eclipse portal trying to teach me, trying to transform? Because eclipse portals are times of karmic transformations. And this is a transformation in our authenticity so that we can become more in line with who we really are, with our true self-expression, our true sense of performance, our true intelligence. And we're not being influenced by the external world, or we're not being blocked in our creativity. So the good thing is Jupiter is still aspecting all of this good energy. So even though it may feel like a shakeup at the end of the day, and once this ending happens or this conclusion happens, we should be seeing lots of blessings coming into our lives. So guys, this is an important time right now for all of us to get ready for this eclipse, which is truly trying to help us to become a lot more authentic in ourselves. And this is the reason why Mercury is also retrograding in the sign of Aquarius, which is asking us these questions. Are we ready for this? Are we ready for a new, most authentic version of ourselves? And first, we have to let go of an ego. We have to let go of pretenses. We have to let go of a false identity that is no longer working for us. So now let us go into the individual horoscopes for each individual sign. To use these horoscopes in the best way, check your ascendant sign and your moon sign. Those are going to be the most important. The moon is going to be your emotions and how this is going to be feeling for you, which is very important because it's very close to the moon in the total lunar eclipse. And also check your ascendant sign, which is more about the things that will be shifting externally in your life. Also, make sure that you're checking your Vedic astrological placements. If you do not know your Vedic astrological placements, check out in the description here below to find out what is your Vedic astrological calculator to get your right signs. Welcome, Aries, to your horoscope for this total lunar eclipse. This works if you have your moon or ascendant sign in the sign of Aries. So for you, my beautiful Aries, the axis of the 5th and 11th house are being turned on right now for this total lunar eclipse. And this is definitely bringing endings in all aspects of your 5th house, which deal with creativity, intelligence, your romance, and your relationship with your children. So what's happening here is that with the energies of all this Aquarian energy, this is not the best time to do any social events. I would say, for this lunar eclipse, just keep it in the down low. This could be a time where maybe some endings with friendships come to a halt, like you end up, ending a friendship with somebody, or you end up ending a romance at this time, if it's been something toxic, if it's been something that hasn't been very good. The detachment here that you could have been having from friends or from loved ones is coming to a peak where it's like the detachment is now something that cannot be ignored. If you have not been felt loved, if you have not been felt romantically loved, if you have not been feeling like this passion, then this could be a time where it's really showing you the truth, or it's also showing you how you have, implemented this detachment, which has resulted in a lot of lack of romance. If you do have to do any social events during this time, just be, very cautious. Don't try to do something too intense. Even in social media, you could also be feeling a little bit awkward or weird. Maybe you've not been feeling like you're connecting with your crowd as much as you usually do, or you're not connecting with your followers, or maybe it's getting a little bit delayed, or some gains or some advancements in your fame are getting delayed. So this is all temporary. It's not going to be forever. This is kind of like a step back to truly see like how it is that you're relating with others, what kind of groups and associations you really want to create in your life, and are you being truly authentic within those groups and associations, and are you really being yourself, your true self, without trying to pretend or follow trends or try to be something that you're not, abandoning who you are so that you can fit in. Also, as I mentioned, there could be some endings in romances for some of you guys, people who have been having some very toxic romantic partners, toxic relationships that have not been something really good for you at this time. So here it's a very, cautionary situation. With children, if you already have children, this could be kind of like a closing cycle with your children, where maybe you've been raising them a certain way, or you've been doing things a certain way, and now life is telling you, okay, the time has come to maybe shift. Like, they're not going to be a baby forever. You can't baby them forever. Like, we have to evolve in our parental energy along with the child as they're evolving as well. So you could also be going through this. You could also be ending some creative project, or there could be an end to your creative blocks if this is something that you've been feeling lately, where you're just like, I'm not as creative as I used to be, and there could be some transformation here for you. But more than anything, for anybody who is pregnant, anybody who is becoming a mother, this is not the time to go out. This is not the time to be outside during the lunar eclipse. Stay inside, listen to some philosophical talks, listen to some Bhagavad Gita talks. Just stay inside, relax, don't touch any knives, don't touch anything sharp, and just be in incubation and be in your spiritual practices. Mantra chanting could be fantastic for you at this time. So definitely just focus on those things and don't try to push yourself or do too much, especially for those of you who are pregnant. And overall, in general, pregnant and old people and everybody should not necessarily be outside during this lunar eclipse overall. We should just all be focused on doing our spiritual practices, because that's going to bring us more clarity at this time instead of reactivity to all these karmic events. Also, this is a time where maybe you may be feeling like your associations are undermining your intelligence. So this is the reason why you're having a big wake-up call with like, who is your associations, who are you really hanging out with, and are they really compatible with you intellectually, mentally, emotionally, physically? And you don't have to necessarily jeopardize yourself in order to fit in order to be in it. So a lot of lessons around also your pleasures and how you usually have pleasure and how you allow yourself to have pleasure. Are you abusing pleasure, my beautiful Aries? Are you abusing sexuality or pleasure at this time, or laziness or enjoyment? Have you been overly enjoyment, or have you deprived yourself so much of enjoyment that you're no longer connected to passion? So kind of bringing a balance in this sector of your life as well. Very powerful energies for you, my beautiful Aries. Definitely is going to be a very transformative time, and you're definitely going to be feeling quite sensitive. Now let's check out some cards here to see what are your final messages for this lunar eclipse. Let us first check your romantic situation. What are some messages for Aries for this total lunar eclipse? And we have codependencies. So codependencies could be something that is definitely affecting your love life, where maybe you guys are trauma bonding, or you are attracted to people who have addictions, or you may have an addiction, and this is affecting your love life. Also codependencies, where if they're not happy, you can't be happy. If they're in a bad mood, you start walking on eggshells because it's like, oh, I don't want them to be upset. I don't want them to be, how can I make them happy? And so this is not a healthy relationship dynamic. And even though we may feel like that's the way to do it, what we're really doing here is abandoning ourselves for the sake of the other person to like us or to love us. And this is never going to bring love truly to us, because when we abandon ourselves, then the other person's going to be like, why should I respect you if you abandon yourself? So very, very powerful time to break these codependencies, to break the addictions, to break a relationship where you feel like, okay, this is a toxic relationship, or we're just bonding through drugs, or the person is addicted to something. Like, this could be the time to kind of finally close this toxic cycle in your life. And the lunar eclipse is really helping you to truly do this for yourself. Now let's see, what else do we have for my beautiful Aries for this upcoming total lunar eclipse? A new partner. So a new partner could be coming here for you, or your current partner can finally start having some changes. But if they've already told you that they're going to change, but they haven't changed, like maybe this lunar eclipse is really helping them to start becoming a different type of person. But it's all about bringing a new energy into the relationship. And even if the other person is trying to become somebody new, you have to treat them as somebody new as well. You cannot be holding on to grudges or be holding on to the old self. It's a difficult thing. But nonetheless, it really wants you to have a new beginning in romantic life, and it wants you to have a new beginning in the pleasure that you're having. And family is very, very important. So to do this for the sake of your family, to do this for the sake of your joy and your family and your children, if you have any children. And this is very important, because your children are also learning from your relationship. Sometimes parents think that because the child is young, they're not understanding like anything about what's going on in the dynamics of the relationship, but they actually are absorbing everything that the father and the mother are having. So, and this eventually also seeps into their own personal relationship. If they see that parents scream at each other, they will understand that that's what love is. Love is, oh, you scream at each other and you put up with it. Or if a child sees that a father hits the mom, and they're like, okay, that's how I'm supposed to be treated as a woman, or that's how I'm supposed to be treating women. So this is really important, because we cannot separate this, especially if there is children and family involved here. So very, very important. It's a very powerful time for you, my beautiful Aries. Be strong, be brave, and know that whatever big, intense changes are happening here for you, it's not to disrupt your life, but it's to help you to become a better version of yourself and to give you greater happiness. Alrighty, my beautiful Aries, those were your messages for this upcoming total lunar eclipse. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. And remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my promo. Use the promo code in the description here below to book a one-on-one session with me where we go deep into your natal chart, your current transits, and you can ask me as many questions as you would like, my beautiful Aries. Alrighty, Aries, those were your messages. Thank you so much for being here. If you like these messages, make sure to give me a like and a hype and leave me a comment to claim these messages. Alrighty, now we're going to be doing our beautiful Taurus. So Taurus, for you, this is a powerful, powerful time where we're going to be having activated the axis of the 4th and the 5th house, the 4th and the 10th house. Very important axes for you that deal with a big, big factor of your life. Which is dealing with your home life, and it's also dealing with your career life. This is a very, very important aspects of our lives. And so for you, Taurus, there is a completion that is happening in a home sector at this time. And this is not the best time to start the renovations, to start some changes at the home, to buy a car, to get a house. Like I would say, wait until the eclipse is over to really do all these things, or to change residencies. This is not the best time to do it. Just during the lunar eclipse, don't make any major changing decisions here. Just wait after the lunar eclipse, because that's when things are going to start, uncovering for you. After the eclipse, great time to get a new car, great time to rent a new place, great time to move, great time to renovate, great time to change things around the house. One thing that you could do during this lunar eclipse is clean your house. Clean and organize your house, make it really tidy, get rid of the garbage, get rid of the things that you no longer need, get rid of the clutter, because this could be something that is blocking your ability to become more successful in life. Since we are having so many planets in the 10th house right now, this is also affecting your career. So you could be really starting to feel, this is not, first and foremost, I will say, be careful with authority figures at this time. So not the time for you to be making demands at work, not the time for you to make some life-changing decisions at work. Like, this is more of a time for you to gain the clarity of what you really need at work. And if we end up being reactive at work, we could be defaming ourselves. So be cautious with this. Be cautious with reactivity. Be cautious with how we speak to our coworkers. Be cautious with how we speak to our boss. Be cautious with any career moves that you decide to do, or any business plans that you decide to do at this time. I would really say wait it out, and I would really also mention to check out the Mercury retrograde video, because that video will explain to you what is it that we need to reevaluate before we move forward with certain things in our lives. So very, very important time for you, my beautiful Taurus. This shift in your home life and your foundation in life is also shifting your career and your purpose and your status in life. And so we need to go work with these two hand by hand. Now, if there has been something emotionally disturbing you for a while, my beautiful Taurus, this is a time where it really gets uprooted. The full moon wants to close this chapter with the past, with the feelings of abandonment, with the feelings of neglect, with the feelings of maybe having a terrible relationship with your parents, where maybe, you're still holding on to that pain from childhood, or you still haven't processed those issues of childhood, or your inner child is still hurting, is still scared, still doesn't know how to make things happen. So it's like this lunar eclipse really wants to get to the root of something and help you to just really close the past. The past is in the past. We don't need to keep going there. You don't need to keep identifying yourself with what was. If in the past you failed, if in the past you were in love, in the past you were abused, if in the past all these things, like, yes, they happened to you, and you deserve to be as upset as you want to, but this eclipse really wants you to make peace with that. And why is it so important to make peace with these things? Because if we don't make peace with these things, we can never advance forward. It's like we cannot move forward while looking back. We're gonna crash. So life here is really saying, like, let the past be in the past. Let the bygones be bygones. Do not keep holding on to that old identity. Do not keep holding on to that pain, to that trauma, to that issue of your youth, and like really make peace with your family, make peace with your mother, especially most of all, so that we can start moving out of our comfort zones and really be able to thrive in our career in the ways that we really want to thrive. During this lunar eclipse, you may be feeling very homey. You may be in these energies of incubation. You may be in these energies of going within. You may be going in these energies of just kind of like processing a lot of emotions, processing a lot of feelings. And this lunar eclipse can definitely make you cry. It could definitely make you feel very, very sensitive at this time, and it could be making you cry, or you could be feeling extra emotional, extra needy. So give your body what it needs, okay? If you want to stay at home and just sip on warm soup and cuddle up in bed, and like, you know, you want to hug, like, let yourself have this nurturing. Nurture yourself in the ways that you need to be nurtured, so that you're able to feel contentment and emotional security after this lunar eclipse happens. So it's not the time to push, to make it harder, to force it, to accomplish. It's more of a time to allow yourself to be where you are and love yourself unconditionally for where you are. During this time, your mother could also be going through some stuff, so connecting to your mom can also be very healing. It could really heal some wounds, or it could really close, some sort of trauma or ancestral lineage of trauma that you could have been dealing with. So very, very personal, very, very deep. And with this, it's also trying to help you to have a new home, a new emotional stability. When we have a new emotional stability, when we release the codependencies, when we release the guilt, the shame, the fears, the trauma, then we're able to really move forward, and we're able to get out of our comfort zones with confidence. And you are ready for this, because life wants to take you to a new level. Life wants you to go to a new level. With these energies, some of you guys who are mothers or who are about to become mothers, you are going through a very powerful transformation, which is closing a chapter of your life in the past and allowing for a new chapter to come here for you. You could be now having a different dynamic at home. You could be now approaching your motherly energy in a different way. And that is something fantastic. That is something great. So embrace it. Embrace this change. Embrace you going about your children in a different way, especially if they're becoming older, if they're now needing to become autonomous. Like, allow for this energy to come. And if you're a newly mother or you're pregnant at this time, please do not go out during the lunar eclipse. Please stay inside doors, meditate, chant, do your spiritual practices. This is the best thing that you can do during this time. Like, make your home a temple during this lunar eclipse. That's one of the best things you can do. And stay within yourself. Do not touch any knives. Do not touch anything sharp. Do not eat during the time of the eclipse. And just focus on spiritual practices. Doing a little bit of a fast will be good for you. And this is preparing you for this new motherlyhood energy. This is preparing you for this new status in your life. And those of you who are really maybe seeking to become mothers, this could be a time where it really transforms you, and it really shows you like why, how, and how important this is for you, especially if you have been denying yourself this wish. So something very, very important. It seems, and it does show for you, Taurus, that Leo, being the fourth house, you get a lot of pleasure from your family. You get a lot of joy from creating a home, creating a family, cooking, or making the house really homey, or being very motherly. So we can find pleasure once again in the home sector. We can find pleasure once again in the family sector. And all of this will help you to get further and further up in your goals, further and further up in your career, in your purpose in life, in your status in life. So very, very important time for you, my beautiful Taurus. Let us go a little bit deeper into your messages here. What are some other messages that we have for Taurus during this lunar eclipse? What do we have for Taurus during this lunar eclipse for Taurus? Surrender worry. Yes, we could be feeling extra worrisome during this lunar eclipse, because the moon is being aspected by K2, and it's purifying a lot of your emotions, And this could be rising up a lot of worry within you. So during this time, we need to make a commitment to not lead an anxiety-driven life. Where are you becoming anxious? And why? You know? Because when worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. Especially when it comes to career, when it comes to your purpose in life, when it comes to your family. Like, what are we worrying about? And knowing that being worrisome is not necessarily going to make things better for us. We also have surrender to the wisdom of your body. So is your body telling you to slow down? Is your body telling you that it needs more hydration? Is your body telling you that it needs more sunlight? Is your body telling you that it needs more rest? Is your body telling you that you need more movement? It's going to be different for everybody. And so it is important that during this day you connect to your body. What does your body need? What foods, what nutrition, how are you going to nurture your body? And also listen to it. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. But if you feel happy and energized, then you can move forward. So this is a very, very important thing to listen to so that we don't get caught up in our emotions too much. And last but not least, it is surrendering outdated beliefs about yourself. Very powerful. Any beliefs of the past, any beliefs that originated from the past, I'm not good enough, or this is never going to happen for me, or my parents told me this when I was young, and so that's what I believe. Like, these outdated beliefs about yourself are coming to an end with this lunar eclipse, and it's taking you into a whole new identity, my beautiful Taurus. So I'm super excited for you. Embrace these moments and give your body what it needs, nurture yourself, and I really hope that you have a wonderful lunar eclipse. Remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my promo. Use the promo code in the description here below to book a one-on-one session with me where we go deep into your natal chart, your current transits, and you can ask me as many questions as you would like, my beautiful Taurus. Alrighty, Taurus, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. And remember, if you like these messages, make sure to give me a like and a hype. And leave me a comment to claim these messages. Also, sign up to my Substack. I will be doing a series of ritual and different journal entries for this lunar eclipse. So don't miss that. Sign up to my Substack, and I'll be sending you guys that information. Alrighty, Taurus. Now we're going to be doing our beautiful Geminis. Welcome, Gemini, to your horoscope for this powerful lunar eclipse. And for you, this lunar eclipse is happening in the sector of your third house. Massive changes of your mindset are happening here. Anything that is not allowing you to take courage, to take action into something, is being transformed here for you. Some travel, or going into some spiritual pilgrimage, or being with gurus, mentors, teachers, is transforming your mind, is transforming your efforts. And this is a great time for you to also see like where it is that you want to put your efforts in. And is this something that is going to make you happy? Understanding that it's going to require a lot of effort. It's going to require a lot of courage. And if there's something that's been holding you back, saying like, oh no, it can't happen, or you won't do it, or something is kind of hesitating you from expanding yourself to a new level, this is the lunar eclipse that is finally releasing this self-sabotage in your life. Especially, my beautiful Gemini, if you've been feeling demotivated, if you've been feeling like nothing is working out, nothing is running my way, everything is kind of weird, I've been putting effort into something and it's just not working, and you may be feeling quite deflated, this eclipse is now closing that chapter. After this eclipse, things are going to start really moving for you. Things are really going to start happening for you, but it's only going to happen along with your attitude. So your energy. So allow for this lunar eclipse to really cleanse your mind from doubts, from fears, from insecurities, and allow it to, start getting elevated during this time. That is why we have so many planets in the 9th house. It's trying to elevate your faith. It's trying to elevate your beliefs. It's trying to elevate belief systems that are going to make you better. So very, very powerful time. Also, be very cautious with your communication at this time. especially when it comes to debates, especially when it comes to religious or political debates. Be very cautious with your speech. Be very cautious with what you speak, what you write, with what you communicate with others, and also with siblings and neighbors, because this could make it or break it, their relationship. Okay, so just listen more during this time. Listen to yourself, listen to your heart, listen to others more, and then you can start becoming opinionated after this lunar eclipse happens. Now, there's also a very important energy here because the second lord is going into the third. This is not the time to invest, especially in anything with that you find online. Like if you find an email that tells you to invest on this, or if you find a text message that tells you to invest on that, be very, very cautious during this time with that. I wouldn't even suggest to put any money down on any of that. And be patient with yourself. Like I know that it could have been feeling like I've been doing so much and not getting anything, or it just looks like there's just dead ends everywhere. After this, you're going to see the light. After this, you're going to get more clarity. After this, you're going to start seeing like where to really go. Now, with your siblings, because this is also your siblings, you may be feeling quite disconnected from them at this time, but it could be a great time to kind of cleanse any relationship issues that you have with your siblings. At least pray for it. If you've been feeling like, okay, I've always fought with my sibling about this or about that, or I feel like they haven't forgiven me about this or that, this is a great time for you to pray for that so that we can conclude those feelings between siblings and create a healthier relationship in your life with them. Let this lunar eclipse transform your mind and your communication. This is a time for you to not go into negative thinking, and do not be swayed into your mind telling you that it can't happen, that it's not possible, that there's only no way out. Be very, very cautious with this because the moon may be tricking you to believe this, but it's not true. Things may seem a little bit difficult at this time, but after the lunar eclipse, things will be a lot better. Instead, focus this day on chanting, on mantra chanting, on meditation, on journaling. Journaling will be fantastic for you at this time, just to let everything out. Especially creative writing for you is so great, since Leo is the ruler of your third house. So utilize your ability to write, to journal, to kind of process all these emotions, to kind of channel away what you no longer need, and to call in what it is that you do want to create in your life. And also, speak beauty in your life. Speak and pray and bless yourself. Know that after this eclipse, things are going to be so much more better. Things are going to work out so much more better for you, and it's going to really flow for you. Also, be cautious with travels during this time. Make sure you check, double check, triple check all the travel itineraries. And especially since Mercury is going retrograde, go check out my Mercury retrograde video, because you're also going to get lots of information on that. But it's not the time to be, lenient and kind of like aloof with itineraries and travels. This is a time to be very, very specific with these things. So very powerful time for you, my beautiful Gemini. It's truly going to be something incredible. And this is going to cleanse your mind, which you need it, because you are such a mental person. You're a person that has to process everything through the mind. So if you've been seeing that you get anxious a lot, or that you get stressed a lot, or that you have doubts a lot, or that your mind sometimes becomes your greatest enemy, use this lunar eclipse to truly transform that, and to make your mind more of a good friend, so that you guys can work together and really create some powerful transformations. So those were your messages. Now let's go a little bit deeper into your messages here. What else do we have for Gemini for this lunar eclipse? For Gemini, for this lunar eclipse for Gemini. And we have family. Yes. You see, siblings, your own family. You've been thinking a lot about family. Family is something important to you at this time. Family is what's motivating you. Family may be giving you pressure. This is a time to transform your energies with family, So especially because the moon rules Cancer, so it's this familiar energy in your second house of values and families. It's like, it's so important that, we make peace with our family, we make peace with our siblings, and we see how important it is that we, honor our family members. You could be going through a transformation. Maybe you're becoming a parent at this time, and this is transforming your idea of family. And so embrace your family. Let your family be a great motivator in your life. Let your family be something that inspires you to become a better version of yourself, so that you can become a better father, a better mother, a better sibling, and embrace this familiar energy. We also have acceptance. So that's going to be very important for your mind to truly get to some leveling here. Acceptance is going to be very important. Accepting your situation, accepting what things are, not fighting it mentally, not being upset about it. And the same thing with, other people's religions, other people's political views. Like, accept it. Don't let this get to you. Don't let this be something that disrupts your mind or makes you become anxious. As we become more accepting exactly for the situations and people for what they are and how they are, this is going to become a lot easier for you and mentally for you to start seeing more clearly and make better decisions. And last but not least, instead, focus on service. Focus on service. Focus on servicing your family. Focus on servicing yourself. That your mind is in this mindset of service instead of egotistical selfishness. And as we stay focused on service, how it is that I can help, how it is that I can, help myself, help my family, help my siblings, then this is going to open the doors for you, my beautiful Gemini. Okay, put your mind to service. That is one of the best things we can do with the potential of our minds. Alrighty, my beautiful Gemini, those were your messages for this upcoming lunar eclipse. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. And remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my promo. Use the promo code in the description here below to book a one-on-one session with me where we go deep into your natal chart, your current transits, and you can ask me as many questions as you would like, my beautiful Gemini. Alrighty, Gemini, those were your messages. If you like them, make sure to give me a like and a hype and leave me a comment to claim these messages. And remember to sign up to my Substack. I will be doing a moon ritual with journal entries and activities so that you can really harness the energy of this full moon. So make sure you sign up to the Substack and you will get that email. Alrighty, Gemini, now we're going to be doing our beautiful Cancers. Welcome, Cancer, to your horoscope for this powerful, powerful eclipse. And you are definitely going to be one of the ones that is going to feel it the most because the moon rules you. So you are definitely going to be extra sensitive during this total lunar eclipse. It's going to be something very sensitive that is going to shake up the way that you speak, the way that you talk, the way that you change your values. It could also be a time where you're shifting your money mindset, where you are shifting what it is that you value in life. How is your relationship with money? And especially if you've been feeling like a little bit stuck in money situations where maybe you've been feeling like money is not coming in as it usually comes. There's this depletion in my money. There's this depletion in my savings. Like, what am I going to do? Where is the money coming from? Like, after this lunar eclipse, you're going to see that things are going to get balanced once again, and you will be able to gain more clarity and more money will definitely start coming your way. Since the second house is also the house of speech and eating and consumption, you could also be going through a transformation in how you're eating. What are you consuming? Life may be asking you, stop eating certain foods that are not good for you. You may be trying to change your habits around eating. You may be trying to change your habits around consuming. Like, what are you consuming too much of? Is it too much TV? Is it too much Netflix? Is it too much doom scrolling? Is it too much, things that are not going to be beneficial for you? So this is a time to also transform your consumption around what gives you pleasure. So as we, check out the beginning of the video, because I talk a little bit about that, how consumption can also be something that doesn't necessarily gives us as much pleasure as creating. Now, because there's so many planets going on in the 8th house at this time, this is something where you have to be very cautious. You may be feeling extra emotionally stressed for no reason, or you may be feeling more intense at this time. Try to control your speech. Try to control what you say, that you're not, we're screaming at your partner or screaming at someone, or, you're not thinking before you speak, because this could definitely end up cutting situations for you. Instead, this is an amazing time for you to bond at a deeper level, especially with a partner. If you have a partner, this is a great time to really deepen the intimacy, deepen the bonding by expressing yourselves with them, by opening up your heart to them, by revealing your innermost selves to each other. This is a great way where you're going to be able to truly create something very beautiful and be able to have like a deeper relationship with your loved one. So it's more for this intimacy transformation, for releasing any emotional blockages. And also be very cautious during this lunar eclipse with any accidents or any risks. This is not a time for you to get risky. This is not a time for you to do something risky or something intense, especially with your money. Don't do any risky investments. Don't do any risky investments more than anything. Now, for some of you guys, there could be a massive win of money that comes to you, and you may be like, what do I do with all this? Others of you may be having like fears around finances and the finances and how you're going to make money. Let this lunar eclipse pass by. After this lunar eclipse, you're going to start seeing more clarity, more understanding, and the doors are going to open more for you, so you don't have to be in this state of anxiety around finances. Now, one of the beautiful things that we can create here is a deeper intimacy, as I was mentioning it. So don't close yourself off. Don't push people away. Don't be afraid of being vulnerable. And allow yourself to step into this intimacy, especially if you have any intimacy issues. This is a great time to allow yourself to transform this, because there might be some insecurity here that doesn't allow you to really express those parts of yourself. Now, super, super important, if you are single and you've been single for a very long time, then this is really trying to help you to open up to the vulnerability, to be sincere with yourself about how much you really want a partner, how much you really want to be intimate with someone and have a deep, deep connection with someone. So this is trying to help us to become more self-secure and more confident in yourself. Do not overcommit at this time. Do not overly eat or overly consume at this time. Use the time of the lunar eclipse to do lots of meditation, lots of mantra chanting, stay indoors as best as you can, especially if you're pregnant or you're elderly. And do not touch any knives. Do not eat anything during the lunar eclipse. This is the best way to manage the energies during this lunar eclipse. We want to use the lunar eclipse for spiritual advancement and deepening that connection. Okay, there could also be some clarity that comes to you when it comes to share resources with a partner as well. So let us go a little bit deeper into your messages here. What else do we have for Cancer when it comes to this lunar eclipse? For Cancer when it comes to this lunar eclipse. And we have successful funding. So you see, the finances are going to come. Okay, the finances are going to come. Maybe you have an idea where you want to, open a business or start something or invest in something, or you want to buy a house or anything like this. It's like the funding is going to come. Don't limit yourself. Don't keep yourself in this lower range of money. If we try to keep ourselves too cheaply, then we will never be able to reach. But if you just do a little bit of a stretch where it's like, okay, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch, hopefully I have the money for that, you will be able to make it. You will surprise yourself. And also with anything where you feel like, I want to create this, I want to start doing this, but do I have the finances? Do I have the money? It's going to come. Either crowdfunding, or other people's monies, or working with other people's monies, or investors could be coming into your life. And so successful funding will be coming into your life. Don't worry so much about the resources. The resources will definitely come here for you. We also have face your financial fears. Yes, this is what the main energy of this lunar eclipse is for you. Facing your financial fears. What is the thing that you fear the most? Is it rational fear, or is it blown out of proportion? Sometimes we may feel like we don't have enough, but then we look at the bank and it's like, yes, there is enough. So it's important to really face these financial fears. And so write down what are those financial fears for you and really assess them, ask questions to see if they're really reasonable. And last but not least, conscious consumer. Yes, the time has come to become a little bit more conscious of what you consume. And consuming, I mean everything from food to media to anything. What are you consuming? And is it healthy for you? Is it beneficial for you? Sometimes we eat because we're bored. Sometimes we eat because we're anxious. Sometimes we eat because it's just like a reactivity. So here life is saying, be a conscious consumer. Also be conscious of where you're putting your money, what you're spending your money on. Is it in businesses that are beneficial for you? Is it beneficial for the world? Or is it in, cheap businesses that are creating more garbage and pollution? So become a little bit more conscious of your consumption. That is what this lunar eclipse really wants to bring into your life. Alrighty, Cancer, those were your messages for this upcoming powerful eclipse. I really hope that they help. And remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my promo. Use my promo code in the description here below to book a one-on-one session with me where we go deep into your natal chart, your current transits, and you can ask me as many questions as you would like. Alrighty, Cancer, those were your messages. If you like them, make sure to give me a like and a hype and leave me a comment to claim these messages. Also, make sure you subscribe to my Substack. I will be sending a moon ritual with activities and journal prompts for this lunar eclipse, so don't miss on that. Sign up today. Alrighty, Cancer, now we're going to be doing our beautiful Leos. Welcome, Leo, to your horoscope for this lunar eclipse. And this lunar eclipse is happening in your sign. So very, very powerful time for you. You are definitely going to be feeling this intense energy of this lunar eclipse, which is going to be happening in your body. So in your body at this time, you're going to be feeling more sensitive. You're going to be feeling more cautious. And what you're going through is a massive purge of who you think you are, a massive purge of your identity, a massive purge of your personality, a massive purge of your reputation. So you're kind of going through a little bit of an ego death here. Who you thought you were and who you've been living as may be challenged at this time and maybe saying like, you're so much more than just this. So massive transformations are happening here for you, my beautiful Leo, where there is definitely something incredibly happening for you, where life really wants to take you into a new path. And it wants you to really step into a most amazing version of yourself, detaching you from what you thought you wanted, detaching you from desires of the past, detaching you from the ideas of who you think you are. And so you could be going a little bit through an existential crisis at this time, my beautiful Leo, where you're just like, okay, I can't even recognize myself. Like, who am I? Like, a year ago, I was totally into this, and now I'm not into that anymore. Like, what's going on? Go with the flow. Trust this process of purging. Trust this process of cleansing. You're going through a transformation of a cleansing. And even though you may be feeling like, oh, but my relationships, like if I change so much, are my relationships gonna like me anymore? Like kind of like, okay, you always thought you were a prep, but then you actually find out that you are a rocker. And it's like, now that I'm embracing that I'm really a rocker, like, are my preppy friends going to still love me? Are my preppy partner still going to love me? So yes, we're going through this transformation of yourself along with a transformation of your relationships at the same time. So this is really making you question yourself, like, what do I really want to commit to? Especially since we have all this energy going on in your 7th house. It's like, do I want to commit to those people? Do I want to commit to that boss? Do I want to commit to this business partner? Do I want to commit to this partner? And to really commit to relationships that are going to allow for you to truly be yourself and are not forcing you to become something that you're not. So this is the really big thing. Now, you could also, because we have here the 12th Lord going into the 1st house, you could definitely be feeling extra sleepy, extra drained, extra tired, more than normal. And you could have been feeling this even before the eclipse. So just, don't push your body, don't push yourself. Like, if you need time to rest, do it. If you need that nap, do it. If you need to just go be in yourself with your isolation by yourself, do it. Because you're going through such a powerful transformation at this time, Leo, that this is not the time for you to just force it. And maybe with work things, you could have been feeling like, well, I have to get these things done. Just, pace yourself, be kind to yourself, be kind to your body. Very, very important at this time, okay? And listen to your body. Listen to the wisdom of your body. If your body's saying like, you know what, this drains me, this doesn't make me feel good, this people that I hang out with drain me. When I finish, hanging out with them, I feel anxious, or this partner drains me. Like, this is a time for you to really, be very honest with yourself, because this is showing you, is it really worth committing to these things? Now, if there's things that make you feel good, if they make you feel light, if they make you feel happy and energized, people and activities and environments, then get closer to those things, because your body right now is really being very honest with you. Okay, there's a lot of fire energy in your body as well, so I highly suggest lots of drinking water, lots of hydration during this lunar eclipse. Bathing, lots of showers, lots of water. Like, use the water to kind of cleanse your whole identity, help you to transform into something better. Even if you're feeling like very lethargic, maybe go take a shower, and that's going to refreshen you up a little bit. Very, very important time for you, my beautiful Leo, to truly embrace this energy. And we can also see that with all this energy of the 7th house as well, it's like, as you are allowing yourself to transform into a better identity, into a better version of yourself, into a version of yourself that is going to be happier, that can be self-expressive, that is being truthful to your creativity, to your self-expression, to who you really are, then this is going to be more beneficial for you. So it's also showing you, where have you been fake? Where have you been lying to yourself? Where have you been pretending to be something that you're not? And it's like, drop it. You don't have to be that for nobody. You don't have to keep doing that for anybody else. And it's like, allow yourself to just be you, and not have to live by the expectations of the world or expectations of others. This could also be a time where you're letting go of expectations that you had for yourself, where it's like, well, I was already expecting that I was going to be here, and I was going to be doing this, and I was going to get married, and I was going to have this. It's like, drop the expectations on yourself, because all of this is doing is more disappointment, disillusion, shame, guilt, and is just not helping you with your transformation. This is a time to just like, hey, my life is what it is, my soul paths is what it is, my transformation of my identity is what is, and it doesn't have to fit in a criteria or fit in a certain way of being or fit in a certain idea, so that I'm loved, so that I'm liked, so that I'm doing the right thing. Like, no, drop all of these things and allow yourself to just be you and embrace your full identity and your full self exactly the way that you are. So that way others can also help you with that. Others will also embrace you for who you are. Stop abandoning yourself for others. Stop pretending for others. It's like, just be you truly, and then you can commit to real relationships that truly love you and embrace who you really are. So let us look a little bit deeper into these messages. What else do we have for Leo for this lunar eclipse? For this lunar eclipse for Leo. And we have focus on service. This is the best thing we can do with our ego. The best thing we can do with our ego is put your ego to service. And when we put our ego to service, that's when we actually purify our ego. That's when we actually are doing something that is worthwhile with our ego. Our ego is not just for us to get the applause, for us to be liked, for us to be loved, for us to be famous. No, the ego is there. Like, service means to give of yourself. So give of yourself what you really want to give to others, that comes from the heart, not because you're having an expectation or because you want a certain result or because you're trying to be liked. It's like, no, it comes from me because I just want to serve. I just want to serve. And that is when people are just going to adore you and love you so much. This is your best look, my beautiful Leo. We also have assertiveness. So yes, the time has come for you to be assertive and stop, like I mentioned, pretending. Be assertive about a situation. The only way that it can be healed is by gently with love, as you requested. Yet there is also a need for your strength and your truthfulness with the other people involved. So it is very important that you also have that strength, that truthfulness, that directness, that you don't have to sugarcoat it, that you don't have to make it into some and assertiveness doesn't mean that you have to be aggressive and violent. Assertive means that you're just direct, honest, and truthful, and you have the strength to be that honest with the person. And last but not least, there is nothing to worry about, my beautiful Leo. So yes, during this lunar eclipse, around the lunar eclipse, before the lunar eclipse, you could be feeling extra anxious, extra worrisome, extra heavy, extra tired. So it's gonna all pass. All the issues with with relationships, with commitments, with business partners, there's nothing to worry about. Don't worry, like, are they gonna be there? Are they still gonna love me? If I decide to actually stand up for myself and be assertive, it's like, don't even worry about that. It is none of your business what people think of you. You just do you, baby. And that way you will attract who really needs to be in your life. Alrighty, my beautiful Leo, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. And remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my promo. Use the promo code in the description here below to book a one-on-one session with me, where we go deep into your natal chart, your current transits, and you can ask me as many questions as you would like, my beautiful Leo. Alrighty, Leo, those were your messages. If you like them, make sure to give me a like and a hype, and make sure to leave me a comment so that you can claim these messages. Don't forget to also subscribe to my Substack. I will be doing a lunar ritual with activities and journal prompts that I'm going to be sending. So make sure you subscribe so that you get that lunar eclipse ritual. Alrighty, now we're going to be doing our beautiful Virgos. Welcome, Virgo, to your horoscope for this powerful eclipse, lunar eclipse, which will be happening in your 12th house. Super powerful energies of endings. I mean, you are truly having the biggest ending here. Lunar eclipses are already an ending. K2 is about renunciation, and now it's in the 12th house of endings, losses, and renunciation. Very, very important time for you, my beautiful Virgo, that is truly helping you to close a massive cycle in your life. Number one thing that I have to warn you in, do not, and I repeat, do not do any crazy investments at this time, because your 11th Lord is going into the 12th house. So any gains that you have, save your gains. Do not try to reinvest. Do not try to put your money into something or this or that. Be very cautious with that, because you can have some losses at this time. Be prepared for some unexpected losses. Something has to be loosed. And I know we don't like to hear that concept, like, oh, I don't want to lose anything. And it's not a matter of loser. It's a matter that something has to be given, like something has to end. So either for you, it's going to be something emotional, something in your subconscious, or it could literally be money. If we're hogging on our money too much, if we're like, being too shrewd, or we don't want to give in charity, like, then life just takes it. Because we cannot just take. We have to also give. This is the balance of life. So don't be surprised if there is any sort of, unexpected expenses that needs to happen, unexpected money you need to put. Just know that this is clearing karma for you, and it's allowing for new things to come into your life. Do not do any risky investments, because you could be putting yourself into more losses. And instead, focus on giving. How can I give? Even if it's in charity, give something to others, give something to someone, give to a temple, to church, to the needy, to the homeless, to the children, to the animals. Like, give back. This is a great time to do that, especially if you've been taking so much. This will purify that energy of loss. Now, more than anything, there's going to be something in your dreams. Your dreams are going to be really intense during this lunar eclipse. Something in your dreams, in your subconscious, is coming up to the surface. And you're going to have an intense aha moment, like, whoa, I never saw that, or like, oh my God. And so do not take these lightly. This is a time for you to truly see this for what it is. Because at the same time, we're having all this energy in your 6th house. We have all these planets in the 6th house that are kind of illuminating the obstacles in life, the things we need to get done, the miscellaneous things that need to happen. If there's any, enemies or challenges or obstacles, it's like you could have been feeling like stuck, like, okay, how do I overcome this? How do I make this better? I don't know what's the answer to this. And it's like, boom, if you just stay in the stillness, if you do lots of meditation during this lunar eclipse, if you go into isolation, or even the answer may come to you in a dream. But during the stillness, in this moment of meditation, that's when you're going to be getting the moment. That's when you're going to be getting the idea. That's when you're going to be getting the aha that you needed, so that you can see clearly how it is that you're going to overcome all the things that need to overcome, or how it is that you're going to finish and fix all the problems that need to get fixed. This is also making you question, like, am I burning myself out? Because I know right now, since you have all these planets and there's so much work going on, there's so many things that need to get done, there's so many things that need to get accomplished, your routines and your to-do list may be really heavy at this time. It's like you could be burning yourself out. So use this moon, this lunar eclipse, to kind of have a break, to have a moment with yourself, to isolate for a little bit, to recharge the batteries, to rejuvenate yourself before we keep moving forward. There might be the temptation that you just want to keep pushing, that, oh, let me just finish it, let me just, let me conquer this, let me conquer that, let me conquer this person, and it could end up backfiring on you. So your best approach is calmness, relaxation, stillness, softness, and sort of go with the flow, okay? After the lunar eclipse, then you can, tackle the problem, tackle the situation, tackle the obstacle, and all of it. But if you don't do it during this lunar eclipse, you may lead into burnout, okay? As I mentioned about the losses, not the time to lend, not the time to get yourself in more debt, not the time for you to, make some risky investment, not the time for you to lend money to anybody else. Better, if you're gonna give something, is because you're not gonna get it back. Like, okay, I'm giving you this $100 in charity. I'm not gonna get those things back. I'm not gonna expect it to get it back. That's gonna be a better situation for you. So let us look a little bit deeper into your messages here. Really focus on so much more like the deep work, like really use this time for meditation, for isolation, for yoga, for chanting, because that's going to give you more insights in the stillness, in the relaxation. What do we have here for Virgo for this upcoming lunar eclipse for Virgo? And we have surrender, procrastination. Okay, well, there could be certain things that you're procrastinating in your life, and that sometimes we get busy with other things. We get busy with other people's problems, or we get busy with some miscellaneous things in life. Like sometimes, we have to do something, but we're like, oh, but I'm gonna clean the house. And then we start cleaning the house, and it's like, we didn't get that accomplished. So use this time to really prioritize, like write down, like, what are the things that really need your attention? Like, take a step back, really write down what really needs your attention, what you've really been procrastinating that really needs you, and use this lunar eclipse to kind of help you release that procrastination and help you really tackle down the things that really do need to tackle down, and that you're not getting distracted with some miscellaneous things. Surrender to miracles. Even if you're feeling overwhelmed at this time where you're just like, oh my God, there's so many things to do, there's so much to do, I can't even take a break. Like, surrender yourself to miracles. Everything is going to get done, my beautiful Virgo. Everything is going to get accomplished, all right? And surrender obsessive thinking. So you see, this is why we need peace. This is why we need to practice meditation, peace, because in this obsessive thinking, I'm thinking this, I'm thinking that, the outcome of this, the outcome of that, it could be like this, it could be like that. Like, this is leading to burnout. Okay, I would even suggest during this lunar eclipse, do not take any caffeine, because it's like you have your nervous system in overdrive right now, and we need to take it into parasympathetic system, into relaxation, into calmness, and re-regulate your nervous system. The obsessive thinking is not helping. The obsessive thinking is robbing you from your sleep, from your relaxation, and obsessively thinking about something is not going to help you fix it. So this is a time for you to observe. If you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to God. And doing this will help you to bring more clarity and more calmness and more trust. Okay? Alrighty, my beautiful Virgo, those were your messages for this upcoming powerful lunar eclipse. I really hope that they help. Love you guys so much. And remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my promo. Use my promo code in the description here below to book a one-on-one session with me, where we go deep into your natal chart, your current transits, and you can ask me as many questions as you would like, my beautiful Virgo. Alrighty, Virgo, those were your messages. Thank you so much for being here. If you like them, make sure to give me a like and a hype, and leave me a comment to claim these blessings. And make sure you subscribe to my Substack. I'm going to be doing a total lunar eclipse ritual with lots of activities and journal entries so that you can harness the energies of this lunar eclipse. So sign up so that you don't miss that. Alrighty, now we're going to be doing our beautiful Libras. Welcome, Libra, to your horoscope for this powerful lunar eclipse. And for you, this lunar eclipse is happening in the 11th house of friendships, communities, associations, dreams, and aspirations. and your energy to have dreams and aspirations. Right now, you've been feeling a little bit disconnected. You may be feeling a little bit disconnected from friends. You could have ended some friendships. You could have finished becoming, in associations with certain people. You've been detached from others, from groups, and it's because life wants to take you more into your own personal passions, what it is that you want to create, what it is that you love to do, my beautiful Libra. Even if nobody is there, what is your thing, your creative energy? Okay, so it's kind of pulling you away from pleasing others and getting you into your own sauce, into your own energies. Now, with this powerful energy of this lunar eclipse, this is coming to an end in some sort of cycle around social gatherings, friendships. It's also coming to an end in some friendship at this time. So you could be ending a friendship, or you could be ending, some association that is no longer serving you in your life. And this attachment can also be coming from your career. So we have the 10th Lord going into the 11th house here, where you could have been feeling like, okay, my coworkers or my boss is like, they promised me something and now it's not happening, or there's this detachment, or maybe there was a job offer and now it's like not happening. Like, these things can happen very easily, my beautiful Libra. So just know, not the time to make any drastic changes in the career sector, not the time to make some, leave a job for something else. Like, just wait it out a little bit, as after the lunar eclipse you'll see more clarity in this. But this is not the time to make any drastic sort of decisions in your career. Stay calm, stay chill. Even if coworkers are acting loony or your boss is being very irritable, like, just stay calm, stay loony, because in your reactivity you can end up breaking these relationships and it could become worse for you. Okay, this is also a time to be very cautious with your children, and not the best time to conceive or the best time to do any synthetic conception, because there's so many energy going on in the 5th house that it could not turn out exactly how you wanted it to turn out. So during eclipse season, we don't want to make these really intense changes. There's a lot of illusions that could seem like it's a good idea, could seem like this is the moment to do it, but we really want to just wait it out for later. Okay, and especially things with love as well. You could also be understanding like, okay, my detachment in my love relationships is also affecting me. How aloof I play in my relationships it's affecting my romantic life. So it's a time to really analyze, like, where are you detaching yourself so much from? Sometimes we detach ourselves so much from like, oh, I don't really want fame, or I don't want anything, or I don't want, I don't want to be somebody, I don't have the, the energy of anything. Then it's like we don't want to have the energy to even accomplish nothing in our lives, and we can end up kind of copping out. So it's like, what parts in your life are you doing this, Libra? And it's like, are you playing aloof because it's your defense mechanism, and is it really helping? Like, there's times for detachment, and then there's times to care. Then there's times to be passionate about something. And so you could be going through a sort of transformation here in these factors of your life. Also, not the best time to do any speculative gains, speculative businesses. I know that you may be feeling like, oh, I kind of want to invest in this, or I want to speculate on this, or I want to, gamble on this. Like, be careful. This could bring you losses, unexpected gains that get lost. Not the best time to be doing all of that and more. It's a time for you to really meditate during this eclipse. Meditate, chant, do lots of sadhana, do lots of meditation, lots of spiritual practices that are going to help you to really understand what is your dreams and aspirations, where is your, what do you want to strive for in your life that really calls to you, that really is in alignment with your passion, that really is in alignment with your values and what you really desire. And that, how they say is like, if you find a job that is your passion, then you never have to work a day in your life. So it's like, you can have this, but we need to really get into alignment and see what is blocking you from really going towards that aspiration and that success and that dream. Or have you stopped dreaming, or do you allow yourself to dream? So this is a time where all these things are really coming to the light, and it wants to transform you, and it wants to kind of get you revved up again to believe in yourself and to believe in your dreams. But this may require some isolation, some spiritual practice, some time for yourself. And maybe it's also your friends. Your friends and associations may not be some people that are encouraging this. Maybe they think your ideas are stupid, or for what? Or, who do you think you are? Do you think you're such a special person? Like maybe your associations are also kind of bringing you down in your own personal ideas. So it's like, who are you surrounding yourself that is uplifting you truly? And this eclipse is really the time for you to just let go of anybody who's not uplifting you, who's not creating a better energy for you, who's not allowing you to really thrive, who's not cheering you on and wanting you to really shine in your own light. Very, very powerful energies. Let us look a little bit deeper into these messages. What else do we have for Libra for this upcoming lunar eclipse for Libra, for this upcoming lunar eclipse? As a blessing in disguise. So yes, right now there could be some ending, some issue with a friend or a coworker or something of a group of people that you could have been feeling very like, why is this happening? We've always been friends, or we've always been together, and it's like now these weird things are happening. It's a blessing in disguise. It's a blessing in disguise that all of this is happening. It's a blessing in disguise that, I changed my job and now like the job was taken away from me, or they promised me something and now it's not happening, or my boss told me something was going to happen and now it's not happening. It's a blessing in disguise. And I know that it may not seem like one right now. I know that it may feel like you got cheated, but it's a blessing in disguise, my beautiful Libra. Trust this process, trust this situation, because you will see later on after this eclipse happens what it really was good for you. And then the heart chakra. So you see, this is what I was talking about with the whole fifth house energy. It's like it wants to wake you up to the center of yourself, to your passions, to your creativity, to your self-expression. And it's like, are you leading with the heart? Are you doing things from the heart? Are you doing, your job from the heart, your goals from the heart? Like, what is your heart's true desires? And are you allowing yourself to follow that? Or are you detaching yourself, saying like, no, it's not good. That's never going to happen. That's not for me. Why should I believe? Why should I care? Like, be careful with this. It's like, really listen to your heart. Your heart really is calling for something for you. Either in your love life, either you want something out of your love life, or you want something out of your life that you're compensating on, or you're not, allowing yourself to have it, or you're self-denying. And it's like, listen to your heart. It's really trying to lead you to your dreams and aspirations and to what you really want. This is not the time to block that. And last but not least, we have release and surrender. Yes, you see, there is something here that we have to let go of, that we have to surrender, that we have to let go. So don't try to hold on to people, situations, or things that trust that they're leaving, trust that it's ending, trust that it's concluding. For some of you guys, it could even be a love relationship. So release and surrender this. Don't feel bad about it. Like, surrender to this. And as you surrender to this, you're going to see that more clarity will come into your life. Don't force yourself to fit into someone, or to fit into a group, or to fit into things. And this is a little bit of a challenge for you, Libra, because you are such a relationship oriented person that it's almost like you read what the person needs from you and you become that. But this is not good relationships. It's about you becoming your own self and they embracing you for who you are, period. Not because you're changing or accommodating or bending yourself backwards in all ways so that you can be liked or loved. So it's like, surrender all of this, release all of this, and then you'll see who really stays there. Who's really your true well-wisher, who's going to stay there. Okay? Alrighty, those were your messages, my beautiful Libra. I hope that they helped. Love you guys so much. And remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my promo. Use the promo code in the description here below to book a one-on-one session with me, where we go deep into your natal chart, your current transits, and you can ask me as many questions as you would like, Libra. Alrighty, Libra, those were your messages. I hope that you like them. And if you did, make sure to give me a like and a hype and leave me a comment to claim these powerful messages. Also, remember to sign up to my Substack. I'm going to be doing an activity and a lunar eclipse ritual with activities and journal prompts and so much more in my Substack. So make sure you subscribe so that you can get that ritual in your email. Alrighty, those were your messages. Now we're going to be doing our beautiful Scorpios. Welcome, Scorpio, to your horoscope for this powerful lunar eclipse. And for you, this lunar eclipse is happening in the 10th house of career, of purpose in life, and of your profession. Very important time. And this is something that you could have been feeling lately. I mean, for the couple of months since last year. There's been this sort of detachment that is happening with your career where you're just like, am I really in the right career? Is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Like maybe you're not feeling as enthusiastic as you used to. Maybe you're not feeling as aligned as you used to. Maybe you're not feeling as ambitious as you used to. And the reason why is because life is detaching you from this external image or this career or these ambitions so that you can get to the core of what's important right now, which is deepening your roots, deepening your emotional security, finding the home and the place, or creating a home and a sector of emotional security that is really going to give you the ability to become successful in life. Like, we cannot feel successful if, we're sleeping in a car, like this is going to disrupt our ability to grow. If we don't have a home, if we're sleeping in a couch, if we're jumping from couch to couch, if our home is something that doesn't feel nice, if our home is like, you don't feel connected to the neighborhood, you don't feel connected to where you are, you don't feel connected to your family or your residence, or maybe you're tired of seeing your house a certain way and you want to renovate it. So it's like right now life is saying, deepen your roots, make a better nest, feel more cozy at home, like really feel like that, like, oh, I'm in the right place. Like, this is where I'm going to create my kingdom. This is where I'm going to create my growth. And so this is the reason why life is detaching you from the ambitions of work. And right now with this lunar eclipse, it could be even more strong. This is not the time to make you're going to feel like I want to change jobs, or I want to make something different, or I want to do something different. I would suggest for you to do this after the lunar eclipse. You'll have a better energy after the lunar eclipse. But during the lunar eclipse, it could be a little bit of an impulsive reaction or impulsive situation. So you don't want to necessarily do that like that, okay? Think about it before you decide to go into that. Also, with these energies, this is also closing a chapter in your career and kind of allowing for a new cycle to come. So the good news is that it's also trying to help you to reach a new level in your career. And first, you may feel very disappointed or not very happy with it, or very like disconnected from it. And the reason why is because it wants you to start striving for something greater, for something better, for something bigger. If there's something in your career that you have been missing, where you're just like, I don't feel like I can do that, or I limit myself, or I'm afraid of success, or I'm afraid of failure, like, this is a time where it's like, this is the moment to close this chapter, to finally release yourself from these limitations in your ambitions that keep you staying small and not allowing you to fully step into your full power, my beautiful Scorpio. Now, if you are going through a very good Mahadasha at this time that actually brings you a career opportunity, I would really suggest for you to really think about this before deciding to do it, especially if it comes during the eclipse portal or during the eclipse. Give an answer after the eclipse, because that's going to give you more of a clarity at this time. Because for some of you guys, this could be a little bit of an illusion that is happening here. Now, also because we're having all this fourth house energy, your mother may need your help, or your mother's health may be a little bit of a concern. Not to worry you, but just be there for her. Call her, talk to her, be an emotional support. Your family needs you. Your family is calling for you. So this is not the time for you to only get distracted with work matters and not the home family. Like, bring more emotional security to your home, to your family, and this is going to help you to become a better, more successful person. Separate your home life and your work life. Try not to bring your stresses from the work into the home sector, because this is going to affect everybody. You know, if you're feeling like, oh, I feel disconnected, I don't like my career, I don't know what I want to do, like this could start bringing anxiety to your wife, anxiety to your family, anxiety to your kids, where it's like, okay, what's going to happen? Are we going to be okay? So try to separate these two things so that there's not unnecessary anxieties that need to come here for you. Now, there's also really powerful energies here that are trying to help you to truly transform your career. So use this moon, use this total lunar eclipse to meditate, to do mantra chanting, to pray, so that you can get the answers, so that you can get the clarity, so that you can get the understanding, the pathway, the blessing, the guidance that you may need when it comes to career, when it comes to your purpose in life. Because especially because it's happening in the Purva Phalguni Nakshatra, it's like it's supposed to be something that you can use your full self-expression, your full leadership ability, your capability for immense creative potential. With the 10th house Leo, like you are meant to use your creative and you're meant to be the star. Okay, Scorpio, you are meant to be the star of the show. So are you in a place where it's like you're not feeling recognized, you're not feeling like you're doing it? Like, don't react, don't make any life-changing decisions during the lunar eclipse, but just observe this. And during the lunar eclipse, make sure that you're doing your sadhana and your meditation and your mantra chanting, so that you can gain the clarity that you need in order for you to keep moving forward. Because you are meant to be a leader. You are meant to use your creativity. You are meant to be highly creative, highly, the star of the show. Okay? So use this sadhana, use this meditation to help you get clarity in this, especially since the 9th lord is going into the 10th house. It's like it's meant to be in alignment with your purpose in life. So are we really living our duty? For some of you guys, you may be feeling like, okay, this is really not my calling, this is not really my dharma in my life. And so call for clarity of what it is that you can create a career that helps you with your dharma, your true dharma in life. And therefore, the time has come for you to really find out your dharma, your calling, and to get it into alignment with your ambitions, your destiny, your purpose, and to make a career out of it. This is what this eclipse wants you to do, so that you're not doing any jobs that are not really in alignment with what God wants you to do in this world. Okay? Very, very powerful time for you. We're going to pull some more cards here for you to see what else do we have. What else do we have for Scorpio for this upcoming lunar eclipse for Scorpio? And we have savings. Okay, very important time for you to save your money, for you to, save for a rainy day. And as you save now, you're going to be saving for your future. So it's a good time to maybe focus on your savings and on accumulating savings. That is going to make you feel more secure if there's any changes that you need to do in your career, or if you decide to maybe start your own business or invest in your own business, you're going to need some capital. So the savings are going to help you with this. Also, release jealousy. Very, very important that you do not look at other people's successes and what they're doing at this time. This is just not the time, my beautiful Scorpio. And it's not going to be like this forever. Once K2 leaves your 10th house, many, many opportunities in career are going to show up. And then by that time, also Jupiter will be in your 10th house. So you're preparing yourself for some really amazing energy in your career. But you first need to go through this purge. You first need to go through this detachment, through this questioning of your career, questioning of what it is that you're doing. And even if you are in the right career, if you are like, that this is your calling, but it's like something is blocking you, or that it's going to, the business that you're going to do, or what you're going to be presenting to the world may disrupt people. People may not like you. It's like, do you have enough strength to do this? Do you have enough strength to believe in yourself? So it's like life is preparing you in all these ways. And so don't look at other people, oh, they're succeeding in this, they're succeeding in that. It's like you're about to get an amazing amazing opportunity happening in your life, and it's going to get alignment, but you need to first go through this purge. So stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing your career to others. Stop comparing others how they're doing it and you're not. Release this jealousy. Now, there could also be, you naturally are a person who entices a lot of jealousy, my beautiful Scorpio. And it's not like you're doing it on purpose. It's just something that happens, especially if you're a Scorpio rising. If you're a Scorpio rising, man, it happens. So keep it to yourself. Don't brag about your things. Don't brag about your successes. Don't brag about what you're doing. Don't brag about your ideas. Don't brag about your ambitions. Don't do it, because there's some people out there that want to see you fail. So keep it very close to you. Keep it very, very close to you. And protect yourself from any envy or jealousy around you, black eye. And this only happens when we become arrogant. So don't get arrogant about anything. And you also release any jealousy, because this is blocking your ability to truly do the purpose that you came here to do. And last but not least, we have partnership. So a partnership is really going to help you. There's either a business partnership that is happening here for you, or partnering up with family, partnering up with your love, partnering up with friends. You don't have to do this all alone. Partnerships are going to be good for you. And even though, you have the Leo energy here in the 10th house, where you may feel like, well, I can do it better. Why do I have to hire someone? Like, I can just do it by myself. This is going to lead to burnout. A leader knows how to lead others. You're not a leader because you just lead yourself. You're a leader because you can inspire and lead others. So don't be afraid of partnerships. Don't be afraid to partner up with others. Don't be afraid to come together with others. Don't feel like you just have to do it all completely alone. Like, partner up with good people that also want to be successful with you. And that is going to be something really good for you at this time. And also the partnerships with your family. It's like, come close to your family, come close to your loved ones, because they might just give you the strength to move forward in everything you need to move forward with. Alrighty, my beautiful Scorpio, those were your messages for this upcoming lunar eclipse. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. If you like these messages, make sure to give me a like and a hype, and leave me a comment to claim these messages. And also remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my promo. Use the promo code in the description here below to book a one-on-one session with me, where we go deep into your natal chart, your current transits, and you can ask me as many questions as you would like, my beautiful Scorpio. Alrighty, Scorpio, make sure to sign up to my Substack. I will be doing a full moon total eclipse ritual in my Substack with activities and journals, so that you're able to really harness the energies of this eclipse. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you subscribe today. Alrighty, now we're going to be doing our beautiful Sagittariuses. Welcome, Saggy, to your horoscope for this powerful eclipse. And for you, this eclipse is happening in the 9th house, which is originally your original house. So this is a very powerful time for you. There's so many things that you're endeavoring for at this time. There's so many things that you're taking action on, that you're putting hard work on, that you're making happen. But there's something here that is like either a belief system or some sort of outdated belief about yourself that keeps kind of holding you back. And this lunar eclipse wants to reveal this and transform it at this time. And the reason why you may be going through this very powerful change of mind is because we have so many planets going on in the 3rd house. You're thinking a lot. Like, your mind is racing. You're thinking this, you're thinking that, overthinking the situation, overthinking that. So there's a sort of stimulation of the mind, overstimulation of thinking, and this is causing overthinking paralysis. And so what we need to do right now, especially during this lunar eclipse, is really find peace. Really find peace. Try to still your mind. Do mantra chanting during this lunar eclipse, meditation during this time, so that we can relax the mind. The mind is obsessing about something. The mind is overthinking about something. The mind is just like, cannot let it go. And this may be causing frustration, irritability, anxiety, restlessness, doubt, any of these things. And so we want to do some practices to calm down. There is some obsessive thinking that we're having that is actually hindering us. And it's a time to kind of let that go, transform it, release it. And that's why we have this energy in the 9th house of like trust. What is not letting you fully trust, fully have faith, Sagittarius? What is that? What is blocking you from just trusting? And when we trust, when we have faith, that is when the mind finally comes down. But if we don't have any faith, we don't trust, then all these unanswered questions is like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? And then we start making up stories. We start making up stories like, oh, it's because of this, it's because I'm not good enough, it's because I'm ugly, it's because I'm that. Like it starts causing major issues in our lives. So this is a time for really understanding like what is not letting me fully trust. And what do I need to do to trust? Now, you could be questioning like, okay, I was believing in this, but it's not giving me trust. I was reaching out towards my religion, but it's not giving me trust. I'm been praying, but it's like not working. So it's like also we could be having a little bit of a challenge here where the philosophies in life or the religions that we reach out to are not giving us that sense of release that we usually feel from it, or is not giving us faith anymore. So just know that this is not forever, okay? So don't start like, oh God, why did you do this to me? Like no need to get to that level. It's just, this is a moment right now because we're in eclipse season that it's like really intense. So again, stillness, calmness, and do not be reactive. Okay, I know, and especially because your planet Jupiter is still retrograding, Saggy. And you're so close, like March 11th, that's it. Jupiter starts moving forward. You're going to be seeing the light. You're going to be seeing like, whoa, everything's coming out. Everything's turning out. Everything that I believed that didn't happen, now it's going to happen. All the effort that I put on this is finally showing some results. Like everything's going to start pulling out for you. But right now, because we're in eclipse season and your planet is retrograding, it's like, is this going to be forever? Like, no, it's not. Okay, Saggy? No, it's not. The 8th Lord is going into the 9th house, so it really is disturbing your psychology. It really is disturbing something deep within your fears. Your mind is waking up fears. Your mind is waking up maybe fears that you thought that you had already dealt with, maybe fears that you thought that you were dealing with great, and like now they're in your face again. Fears of being alone forever, or fears of never succeeding, or fears of never becoming anything in life, or fears of, wasting your time, whatever it may be, the fear. This is a time where like it just feels really intense. And so just trust. I know it's easier said than done, but I highly suggest some journaling. I highly suggest some mantra chanting. I highly suggest some meditation. Just let the lunar eclipse pass. And then you're going to start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You will start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel here. Now, with anything to do with mentors or teachers, this could also be a time where you're just not feeling it. You're like, oh my God, my mentor usually puts me back in my place and I feel great after talking to them, and it's like it's not working anymore. Or my priest or my guru or my teachers, and like I will talk to them and they'll give me faith again or make me believe in myself again, and it's like it's not working right now. They could be actually irritating you. The things that they're saying to you could actually be upsetting you, and it's just a time. But it's something that maybe you do need to listen, you do need to hear, you do need to reflect on. But just know that your mind is like just irritated, upset, not getting what you want. And, this is just like, ugh. Your father can also be giving you this energy where you're just like, oh, I can't talk to you, Dad, right now. Like, you're pissing me off. Or your siblings can also be giving you this energy. So just be selective. Just know that the lunar eclipse is waking all these things up for you. And it's just making you reflect. It's about reflecting on your mindset. And calming the mind, stilling the mind. Like, how are you gonna, like, if you were to see the mind as a little wild child, wild 3-year-old kid who doesn't know boundaries, who doesn't know nothing, it's like, do we treat it with anger? Do we treat it with frustration? Do we treat it with violence? Is that going to help? Try to see your mind as a little wild 3-year-old that sometimes just needs comforting, that sometimes just needs to be held, that sometimes just needs to be understood. Like, okay, you're mad. Okay, be mad. So that could bring a little bit more compassion to yourself, because the mind is like a little kid. So not the time to get frustrated so much with that part of yourself, and find a little bit of detachment and find a little bit of just resolution here. Also, not the greatest time to travel. Be careful with that. Not the greatest time to travel, not the greatest time to do any sort of traveling. So, leave that for later. If you are already traveling, just double check, triple check, and make sure, that you're not leaving any loose ends, but it will bring more stress to you than normal. So let us look a little bit deeper into your messages here. Higher education, studying, school, could be very stressful at this time. Take the breaks that you need. Be kind to yourself. Don't push yourself so much. Take one step at a time. Very important. What else do we have here for Sagittarius for this upcoming lunar eclipse? And we have daydreaming. Okay. So instead, allow yourself to daydream, and not like daydream like, oh, but that's never going to happen, or like the promises that God told me are not happening. Like just daydream. Allow yourself to daydream and like see, do I doubt this? Or do I have so many fears around it? Or do I feel like it's never going to happen? Like just watch yourself when like you're daydreaming, thinking of what you wish to have. How is your mind reacting to it? Is it blocking it? Is it disturbing it? Is it doubting it? So this is going to help you to truly see how your mind is reacting, and just know it will pass. By March 11th, you're going to feel so much better. An opportunity to forgive. Yes. Instead, like that's that little kid mind. It's like, forgive. Forgive yourself. Forgive for what you think you did or did not do. Forgive the other person. Forgive your siblings. Forgive your father. Forgive your teacher. Forgive your mentors. Forgive God that is not giving you what you want right now. Just forgive. And this forgiveness is going to help you to find stability, to find balance, to find calm, and to relax the mind. And last but not least, we have a creative project. Instead, focus on some creative project. Use your hands. That's going to be something helpful for you during this time. If there's too much overthinking, if there's too many things going on in your mind, use your hands. Go paint, go draw, go sew, go, write, go and, crochet, go and make jewelry. Like, use your hands. And that's going to cook anything that you're using your hands. That's going to help you to just focus and channel that anxiety or that restlessness into something that is going to be creative and good for you. Okay. That sometimes is the best thing we can do, because when you do something with your hands, it directly connects to the mind. So if you're doing something with your hands, then the mind and the hand become synchronized, and it calms down the mind and it helps to channel things out. Alrighty, my beautiful Saggy, those were your messages. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. Remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my promo. Use my promo code in the description here below to book a one-on-one session with me, where we go deep into your natal chart, your current transits, and you can ask me as many questions as you would like, my beautiful Saggy. Alrighty, Saggy, those were your messages. If you like them, make sure to give me a like and a hype and leave me a comment. And also make sure to subscribe to my Substack. I'm going to be doing a total lunar eclipse ritual in my Substack with activities and journal entries. So if you don't want to miss that and how you can harness the energy of this lunar eclipse, sign up today. Alrighty, now we're going to be doing our beautiful Capricorns. Welcome, Capricorn, to your horoscope for this powerful lunar eclipse. And for you, you are going to be feeling the most. Aside from Cancer, you are really feeling it, because this eclipse is happening 8th from your sign. And whenever we have the 8th from the sign, this is when a lot of things get revealed. A lot of things come up to the surface. A lot of your sensitivity, psychology, like, it's coming up to the surface. It's cracking you open. And this could be extremely uncomfortable for you, Capricorn, because Capricorn, you're somebody who's very, hardworking, and you're very strong, and you're very stoic, and you're very, you got it all figured it out. But man, this lunar eclipse is making you vulnerable. And so embrace the vulnerability. Feel weak, feel vulnerable, feel destroyed, feel debilitated, feel it. It's just a feeling. And the truth about feelings is that they have an ending. They're not there forever. But the reason why is because life wants to crack you open, because the light is going to come through. For some of you guys, this may be showing you that, we cannot deal with life by just being hard, intense, hard, like pushing through, making it happen. Maybe this attitude is burning you out, is hurting you. That maybe we're trying to gain the sense of self-esteem and confidence because we are strong, because we're capable, because we always show up, because we are, this energy of pushing, and like pressure doesn't get to us. But this may be making you so delicate that it's like, oh man, I thought that I could just be strong all the time. I thought that I can just bulldozer through things, and I can't. Life is asking me to be soft. Life is asking me to be gentle. Life is asking me to be the opposite of what I maybe never wanted to do. I always wanted to be strong. I always wanted to be, achieving and capable and being strong for others and being strong for everybody. And maybe this eclipse is showing you, like, actually the biggest strength that you have now is that you soften up, that you're vulnerable, that you're gentle with yourself, that you show that you're not this superhero, superhuman, that nothing gets to them, that no matter what pressure you get in life, is like, you just keep going. This may be really softening you, my beautiful Capricorn. And it could be uncomfortable for you because you are somebody who's always strong. So for you, it's like, okay, does this make me weak? Does this make me less? Does this make me not worthy? Does this, like, you could have shame or guilt around taking a break, around saying I can't do it, or around saying like I can't be strong enough, or I can't be capable enough, or like I need a break. There could be some shame around this. So this is really transforming you at this time, my beautiful Capricorn, and it's really pulling you in some vulnerable state. So also don't put yourself in a more vulnerable state. Like, don't try to push yourself. Don't try to, do something really intense during the eclipse where you are exerting yourself, where you are exerting your energy, where you are maybe taking a risk or putting, first and foremost, no risky investments, no risk with your finances, no risk with money, and also don't risk your body. Okay? So not the time for risks, not the time to do any of that. The time to really just, be kind to yourself. Treat like a baby. Yes, you gotta baby yourself at this time, all right? Fears are coming up. Emotions are coming up. Triggers are triggering. You're feeling all the feels. Like, listen to them. Go into meditation during the lunar eclipse. Go into mantra chanting during the lunar eclipse. Focus on these things. And you will see that it's going to lighten up. It's going to show you your power, your true power that doesn't come from being strong. That doesn't come from, handling the pressure. Like, the true power doesn't come from that. The true power comes from something deeper, way deeper than that. And so there could also be some issues going on with the second house here, since we have so many things going on in the second house. Like, take care of your health, take care of with your consumption, what you're consuming, what you're eating, what you're saying. Your speech right now is very important, like what you're saying about yourself, what you're saying about the world. Like, be very cautious that you're not reactively saying things that later you're gonna regret, that you're not making things worse, especially if it's with a partnership or somebody that you're very intimately close with. Try to be kind, try to be, use kind words, kind for yourself and others. And especially since the seventh lord is also going into the eighth, it's like this is a time where you can deepen your bond. This is a time where this vulnerability may help you to deepen a bond with someone. If you're currently single, then this is breaking you to show you like you are ready to let love in. You are ready to allow your heart to open up once again. What are the fears that you have around love? What are the fears that you have around intimacy? So very powerful energies that are happening here for you, my beautiful Capricorn. Now, let's see. Now, all of this is also trying to help you to become more truly confident in yourself. And a confidence that doesn't come because you're externally strong, but a confidence that comes because you're internally, you're internally vulnerable. Like a lot of people think that vulnerability is bad, but vulnerability is really where we find our true power. So life puts you in vulnerable places so that you can find your true power. And that true power is what really gives you that confidence in yourself and that self-esteem. As I mentioned, there could be not the time for you to do any loans, not the time for you to mess around with other people's properties or mess around with other people's things. There could be changes in your shared resources of how you're handling your money and not the time to open up a new shared account or to open up a crowdfunding or to start some loan or to start some grant. Not the time for any of these things. Do this later. Do this after. That's going to be so much better for you. And just focus on your emotional stability, your emotional healing, and your psychological healing more than anything during this time. Now, let us look a little bit deeper into your messages here. What else do we have for Capricorn during this lunar eclipse? What else do we have for Capricorn during this lunar eclipse? Surrender to joy. So what is those things in your life that are not allowing you to be more joyful, that you're becoming so serious with? It's like, let's not take life so serious. Let's try to be more joyful. Even if it's childish, even if it's kind of silly. Like that is, we need to line things up. It's not just a matter of work. There needs to be play too. So do the things that make you feel joyful. The key to a positive change in your life is to let joy in. So that's another thing that you could be feeling at this time, that if it's like, I need to change certain things in my life, I'm scared of changing certain things in my life, like I'm not emotionally happy or psychologically distraught, stay in the joyful energies. Think about the joyful things. Be in joy, and that will attract more joy in your life. Surrender to your soul's path. Some of you guys may really be feeling like, why did I have to go through this? Why does it have to be so hard for me? Why, did I have to get so heartbroken or get so disillusioned? Or why did this have to happen? Why did I God forbid, any intense situation in your life where maybe you lose someone or something like this. It's like surrender to your soul's path. Maybe some of you guys are also going through some grieving because of a loss of a family member, or dealing with inheritances, or dealing with these things. And it's like, just surrender to your soul's path. The karma that we need to do is the karma that we need to do. That's why, everybody has a different path. We can't compare our lives to nobody else, because your karma is different from other people's karmas. And sometimes that's just what it is. Oh, how come they're so rich and so successful and so powerful? It's just their karma. Oh, how come they're so poor and so ill and so, neglected? It's just their karma. So when we see it from this point of view, we can just embrace every lesson and every moment in our lives and surrender your ego. The ego is what's making it harder for you. The ego is like, why them? Why not me? Why did that happen? Why did God do this to me? Like, this is all ego based. So surrender the ego. This is what's happening. It's breaking your ego. Oh, I'm so strong. I'm so powerful. I always show up. I'm capable. I'm able. I'm successful. Like, this is all ego. So cultivate gratitude. Okay? Be of service to others. That really comes from the heart. Humility is going to help you more than having a very strong ego. That is what life is breaking us. That's why you're having a little bit of an ego death in your psychology at this time. Alrighty, my beautiful Capricorn, that's what your messages for this lunar eclipse. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. And remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my promo. Use my promo code in the description here below to book a one-on-one session with me where we go deep into your natal chart, your current transits, and you can ask me as many questions as you would like, my beautiful Capricorn. Alrighty, Capricorn, those were your messages. If you like them, make sure to give me a like and a hype and leave a comment to claim these blessings. Also, make sure you subscribe to my Substack. I'm going to be doing a total lunar eclipse ritual in my Substack with activities and journals. So if you would like to harness the energy of this powerful moon, make sure you subscribe today. Alrighty, now we're going to be doing our Aquariuses. Welcome, Aquarius, to your horoscope for this lunar eclipse. So for you, Aquarius, this lunar eclipse is happening in your 7th house of relationships, of commitments. And at the same time, we're having all the stellium in your sign. Check out the Mercury retrograde video because that's going to also give you some information on this eclipse. So here we are having a new beginning. We're closing a major cycle in your life around love life and relationships. So if you've been in some toxic relationship for quite some time, that you know it's not going to go anywhere, that you know it's hindering you, that you know it's not the best thing for you, like this lunar eclipse can really bring it to a massive ending, a massive close. And I would really say don't repress this, don't negate this, okay? Because it's for your own benefit. It's for your own benefit that this relationship may be coming to an end, because it's a toxic thing. Now, if you have been in a relationship and it's good, it's not toxic, but it's kind of gone to a stalemate, then life is kind of closing this cycle and allowing you to go to a new cycle in your relationship, a new dynamic. This could be into marriage or into a higher commitment with each other, okay? But it's going to be different for everybody. But most of all, it's really trying to close a cycle in your commitments and relationships here, because you're going through such a powerful personal transformation. You're going to, this time life is making you focus on you. Stop focusing on others. Stop focusing on your partner. Stop focusing on your friends. Focus on you and what you want to create and what you want to achieve, and really focus on your identity. Like, who do you want to come across as? Who do you want to be? Who are you really embracing your most unique identity? And it's like beyond people, beyond if people like you, beyond if, your friends have always met you in a certain way. Like, this is about you. So massive personal transformations of you. And as this is happening, there could be relationships that fall through the cracks, where it's like, well, you, Aquarius, you were always like this and now you're not. Aquarius, you were always a rocker and now you're a prep, or like whatever it may be. But you need to allow for these relationships to fall through, okay? It doesn't make you a bad friend because you didn't do it. It doesn't make you a bad person because you weren't, accessible to everybody and everything. And it's also helping you to see is like, okay, the associations that you're having, do they bring out the best person in you or do they not? So this is definitely coming to a full circle in commitments and relationships. Also business relationships. There could be a business relationship where you're just like, this is hindering me. It's not working. It's affecting me. They're bringing a lot of stress in my life. This is also bringing a massive transformation in your life. So yeah, you could be feeling like relationships are ending, and this could be hard for you because you're a very relationship person. You're a very relationship oriented person. But at the end, it's going to be the best benefit for you, because once, you have to go through this purification. And right now, it may feel like what's happening to my relationships? Why do we have to go through all of this? Why is it so difficult? This purge, this cleansing, this purification has to happen, because once Jupiter goes into Leo at the end of this year in 2027, you're going to have an amazing energy for relationships. But before, it's like we have to cut the ties. We have to cut the strings. We have to, close those doors fully. And that's the only way that these new relationships will come into your life. They're not going to be coming if you are still messing around with people that are wasting your energy. So very, very powerful time for you. Embrace these endings. Embrace the things that are coming to an end. Allow your relationship to go to a new level. Okay, this is this is the relationship. This is what it really wants you to do, because as you shift your relationships, you are going to become a better version of yourself. Your relationships have to support the new person that you're becoming, the new identity that you're becoming, and not hold you back to being what you used to be. Okay, let's see a little bit more into your relationships. What else do we have here? We also have the 6th Lord going into the 7th. So yes, it's like if there's been too many fights, too many conflicts, are you guys seeing eye to eye? Do you really see eye to eye with this commitment, with this business partner, with this lover, with this marriage? If there's so many obstacles or so much drama or so much fighting, are you constantly in competition with each other? It's like, it's really showing you like what are some conflicting relationships that are just not benefiting you. Okay, what do we have here? And it's like your relationships are meant to be in alignment with your lifestyle. Like, let's say, you're liberal and then your partner is not liberal. Like, this could be causing so many issues all the time. If you're a vegetarian and your partner's not vegetarian, this could be causing issues all the time, even though you're aloof and detached and you're like, it's okay. Like, eventually it does get to you. Eventually it does create conflict. So finding a partner that is really in alignment with your lifestyle. Okay, let's see what else do we have here for Aquarius for this lunar eclipse for Aquarius. Okay, this could be the one. Some of you guys may have a moment during this eclipse where it's like, oh my God, this is the one. Depends on your Mahadashas. Maybe a love comes into your life where you're just like, oh my God, I found it. Take your time. Do not go and move with them. Do not make a move with you. Do not put the ring on it yet. Do not start committing instantaneously. Wait until the lunar eclipse passes. Just wait. It takes at least 2 to 3 months to truly see the behavior and the nature of someone. So don't rush into this. Even if you feel like, no, I've known this person for a while, but now during this eclipse, I feel like doing it, like tying the knot, making it a commitment. Just wait. Because the eclipse could be causing some illusions here for you, okay? We also have give your relationship a chance. Like, you're recognizing the amount of work that it's going to take to maintain a commitment. And this is just what every single relationship is going to ask. There's no easy relationship. There's no relationship where you put the minimum and it just blossoms. A relationship is like a garden. So you put energy in the garden, you tend the garden, you will get the fruits of your labor. But the garden is not going to grow on itself. So you have to work on your partnership. You have to put that energy if you really want to see a thriving relationship happening in your life. And last but not least, stay optimistic about your love life, Aquarius. I know that, everything that I mentioned could be feeling like, oh my gosh, that's not good news. Stay optimistic about your love life. It's just for a moment. It's just for this lunar eclipse. After this, it's going to totally transform. It's going to totally see new colors. So like I mentioned, especially 2027, like, you have an amazing opportunity for having an incredible relationship coming to you, and really major blessings are coming. But so stay optimistic. Stay optimistic. Trust what the universe is doing with you right now. It needs to detach you from these commitments so that you can focus a little bit more on your own individuality. And as you honor your own individuality, then you can really create a better bond that is more authentic to you. Okay? Alrighty, my beautiful Aquariuses, those were your messages for this upcoming lunar eclipse. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. And remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my promo. Use the promo code in the description here below to book a one-on-one session with me where we go deep into your natal chart, your current transits, and you can ask me as many questions as you would like, my beautiful Aquarius. Alrighty, Aquarius, those were your messages. If you like them, make sure to give me a like and a hype and write a comment to claim these messages. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my Substack. I'm going to be doing a total lunar eclipse ritual in my Substack with activities and journal entries. So if you would like to harness the energies of that lunar eclipse, sign up to the Substack today. Alrighty, now we're going to be doing our beautiful Pisces. Welcome, Pisces, to your horoscope for this lunar eclipse. And for you, this lunar eclipse is happening in the sector of your 6th house. Your routines, your daily job, your daily work, your health, your eating, what you do on a daily basis. You're going through an ending in these factors in your life. Life wants to close a chapter of your daily behavior. The moon is coming here and it's saying the way that you've been living life, or the lifestyle that you've been having, or the routines that you've been having has to change, has to come to an end. If we've been going to bed really late and waking up really late, if we've been eating very bad, if we've been, not working out enough, if we've been neglecting the dead, if we've been neglecting the work, if we've been neglecting the things that need to get done at the house or in the miscellaneous things that need to get done, this is a time where life is like, Pisces, this needs to come to an end. This lifestyle, this way of handling life has to come to an end so that we can create a healthier life for yourself. A lifestyle that is beneficial, that benefits your health, that benefits your life, that benefits the services that you give to the world, that benefits and gives you an overall holistic lifestyle that makes you feel fulfilled. So very powerful times for transforming your daily routines. The most important thing here is your health. So Pisces, if there is any health issues, health concerns, especially before the eclipse, during the eclipse, you've just been feeling like problems here or problems there, do not ignore this. Do not take it lightly. The moon is really calling to you saying, we need to really take care of this. This is an important thing. Please do not take it lightly. Your health is really, really calling for you at this time. And this, changes in nutrition, changes in your lifestyle, changes in the way that you are handling your everyday is like what's going to bring that health. Health happens from what we do every single day. So if every single day you're eating McDonald's, some health issue is going to happen. If every single day you're taking intoxicants, some health is going to happen. If every single day you're drinking alcohol, some health is going to happen. So the health begins with our daily routines, not a doctor, not a good insurance. It starts with lifestyle habits. And so look at that. But now if you do feel some pain, definitely go to the doctor, definitely take care of it at this time. It is so, so, so important that you do not leave this for later. Since we have so many energy going on in the 12th house, there could be this feelings of like wanting to be abroad, wanting to be in a faraway land, wanting to just kind of leave everything. And this could be causing some issues. You could be facing some issues in the, abroad with visas, with stains, with things like this. So just be cautious with these energies. Not the best time to kind of be so abroad, or just get ready to have some sort of, legalities that need to be taken care of when you're traveling far away. Also, the best way to handle all this 12th house energy so it doesn't turn into losses, because when we have the 12th house energy very much turned on, life is really putting us in a situation where we're ready to kind of let go of something and lose something. So if you don't want to lose something, the best way to counteract this energy is by give in charity. Donate. Give charity. Give money in charity. Give to others. Give back. Or, give food to a temple, give food to the elderly, give food to the homeless, give, anything where you're giving to others is going to subside this really heavy energy. To be able to give in charity is the best way to handle this really overwhelming energy. Also, meditation, contemplation, a great time to do all of these things. Implement them into your healthy habits, yoga, meditation, pranayama. All these things are also going to help you overall. Maybe doing some Ayurveda cleansings, some panchakarma can really help you in kind of cleansing your body and healing it. So it does deal with like the time has come for us to close a chapter in our lifestyle and to begin a new lifestyle that is healthier for you, that we're taking care of the problems that life gives us, that we're not leaving them for later, leaving them for another day. Like everybody has to take care of their own selves, everybody has to take care of their own health, And it is by our daily lifestyle that we can do this. So great time for you to set some intentions for a new routine, a new lifestyle that you know it's going to be healthier for your body, mind, and soul. Okay, during this eclipse, highly suggest do not go out, stay indoors, meditate, chant, do yoga, do pranayama, do not grab any sharp objects, do not eat during the eclipse, do some fasting during the eclipse. That's going to be very beneficial for you. At the same time, do not get yourself into any debt. Do not, lend money. Do not borrow money. Do not, get a loan. Do not ask for credit or ask for more money. Like, be careful with this, because this could be getting you more and more and more into debt. The time has come to kind of get out of debt. Use the energy to get out of debt. Use the energy to pay off debt. And that's going to be one of the best things you can do with this lunar eclipse. Now let's see. What do we have here for my beautiful Pisces? What do we have for Pisces when it comes to this lunar eclipse? What do we have for Pisces when it comes to this lunar eclipse? And we have deservingness. Okay. So understanding that you deserve good health, understanding that you deserve a good lifestyle, and doing what you need to do to get that, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's different, even if it's out of your comfort zone. Knowing that you do deserve, a good home, a good nutrition, healthy foods, wholesome foods, that you deserve good health, that you deserve, these a lifestyle that you feel happy with, a lifestyle that you feel like, okay, my things are in order. Taking care of the miscellaneous things of life is a way to take care of ourselves. It's a self-care. Like, if we have to pay a bill, we pay it, and it's a self-care. If we have to, eat nutritional food, it's a self-care. If we have to go and work out, it's a self-care. So even though it sounds, we put effort, it's miscellaneous, we have to put in the routine, taking care of the to-do lists, taking care of the tasks, paying off the debt that we need to pay. All of these things are self-care, and you deserve it. You deserve to have this beautiful self-care. You deserve to have a beautiful lifestyle that is wholesome and that is stable and that is grounded, and that it brings and breathes health in all aspects. So learning that you are deserving of all of that. Also, we have cooperation instead of competition. Work with others, come with others, especially if you do work in a place, like work with your co-workers. You don't have to do it all alone. You don't have to do it all by yourself. You don't have to be completely isolated. Work with other people, work with your co-workers. This is going to help you. Asking for help, teach me how to eat better. Teach me how I can, even going to a doctor, like these things, you don't have to all try to figure out by yourself. Cooperate with others, come together with others, work with others, and that's going to be a wonderful way for you to be able to strive. Like, for example, if you have to pay off a debt, like hire somebody that will help you to pay off the debt, or talk to somebody that can help you organize your finances so that you can pay off the debt. So it doesn't have to be all completely alone. Okay, cooperation instead of competition. And last but not least, we have words of abundance. So your words, what you say, is very, very important. So how are you victimizing yourself, or are you empowering yourself with your words? Are you saying, yes, I am capable. Yes, I can have good health. Yes, I will organize my life. Yes, I'm going to pay off my debt. Or what are the words that we are using? Because your words, if like, oh, I can't, I don't have, I'm lacking, I need, I just don't have it. Like, these words can really affect you. So make sure that you're using words of abundance. Make sure that you're using words of prosperity, that you're blessing yourself and your financial condition, your health condition, and everything in your life, okay? Because your words are going to be very, very powerful at this time. Alrighty, my beautiful Pisces, those were your messages for this upcoming lunar eclipse. I hope that they help. Love you guys so much. And remember that these are general messages. If you would like to have a specific message to your situation, then I highly suggest that you take advantage of my promo. Use my promo code in the description here below to book a one-on-one session with me where we go deep into your natal chart, your current transits, and you can ask me as many questions as you would like, my beautiful Pisces. Alrighty, Pisces, those were your messages. Thank you so much for being here. Truly appreciate you. And if you like these messages, make sure to give me a like and a hype. Leave me a comment to claim these blessings. And make sure you subscribe to my Substack. I will be doing a total lunar eclipse ritual with activities and journals so that you're able to harness the energies of this eclipse. Don't miss that. Just sign up to the Substack. Alrighty, thank you so much for being here, my beautiful brothers and sisters. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for the likes, the comments, and all the hypes. Truly love you guys so much, and I hope that this lunar eclipse bring massive blessings into your life. And I'll see you on the next video. Hari Bol and Hari Krishna.